Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel. Sorry about the delayed stream and then the lateness. I don't know if like last night I ended the Blind and the Special with a really bad migraine and it stuck with me through this morning. So yeah, that was fun, not? So hello to chat while we're doing this. Hi, Gunfox. Hi, Opinionated Scotsman. Hi, Simply Speaking. Hi, Straight Sith Male. And hello, Churchy. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm still, I basically I woke up, saw the time, and ran downstairs. So please forgive me if I'm still a little out of it. So, yeah, this is, we've got some news. I've got my Discord full of news. So, and I've DM'd myself a couple of stories that I wanted to talk about. So, without further ado, hopefully my headache will stay away because I can feel it coming back, but we will push on through. So, if you're in pain, Blind Press, don't push it. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how I'm doing because I don't want to not stream, but we'll see. Let us open the DMs. Oh, shut up, phone. Yeah, I've got some interesting stories here for you. Especially, I've got a story attached to one of them, so this will be interesting. Remember, guys, to like and share the stream if you haven't already. And I hope that we'll go for as long as I can. We'll go for as long as I can go. I'm still freaking not awake. I've got my coffee here from this morning that I'm drinking. All right. Open Twitter. Thank you. Messages. So yeah, I found there's a story from frickin' PETA that I found that made me laugh my little frickin' ass off. So we'll read that funniness as well. Hi Nico, you lucked out. You slept in. Yeah, I had my stream set up for 10 and then I had to go and edit it and change it and crawl into bed myself. So let's find the racist milk because that one's really interestingly funny. There it is. It's straight from PETA's website. I know it's not really news, but it's funny as fuck. Hi, Dread Darkwater. I'm glad you caught me live too. How can milk be racist? Oh, well, we're about to find out, Culture Girl. We're about to find out. Okay, where is it? Is it not gonna let me because I'm not a subscriber? Oh my god, are you serious? You assholes better not be throwing me with some fucking subscriber bullshit. Where is the stupid? There it is. 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 Okay. I saw that tweet by PETA. Yeah. Thanks, Jesse. Oh, hey, Deco. How are you? Hi, Adam Mangold. It's not even a news article. It's a goddamn blog post. Yeah, I've got a fucking migraine. It's a dull ache in the back of my head at the moment, but we shall see. I've been taking these antibiotics for an ear infection that I had, and they are really harsh. And I'm thinking that this is one of the side effects, because this is the second time that this has happened to me. And the only variable I can think of is the antibiotics I'm taking for my ear infection. So, yeah, this is fun. All right, let's read about fucking white supremacist milk and how it's raping cows.
Link. Heading level 1. Why cow's milk is the perfect drink for supremacists. You are currently on a link image. Link image. Link image. Link image. Link written by link Zachary Tolliver.
Written by Zachary
Vertical line marks as when
Tolliver.
link. Pivotal scene of Get Out. As when Christoph Waltz's character in Inglourious Bastards drinks a glass of milk and a vertical line March 7. As when Christoph Waltz's character in Inglourious Bastards drinks a glass of milk and a character in a link. Pivotal scene of Get Out. Sips the cow secretion. You are
The cow secretion. Okay, is it just me, or are the words that these people use indicative of them not them? They don't sound like they like animals. They really don't. Like cow secretion. Bleh. Like, Monkey went long this morning. I thought I missed the stream. No, I rescheduled it for 1 because I'm dealing with some migraine issues. So if you drink chocolate milk, does that make you a black supremacist? That's awesome. Memory squeezes, yes. But seriously, it makes them the language they use makes them sound like they don't love animals at all, and they hate them. Like the cow secretion. Like, dude, cows make milk because they're female and they give birth to calves. Like, are you going to say human secretion if you see a mom breastfeeding her baby, or, goat secretion, or like any mammal? Like, what the fuck?
link. Dairy milk has long sits the link. Dairy milk has long been embraced as a symbol of white supremacy. You are currently
Has it? Has it long been embraced as a symbol of white supremacy? I really don't think it's been a long time. I think I heard the joke like last year, maybe. But hey, PETA, whatever.
Period. Aside from lactose-tolerant white supremacists, cow's milk really is the perfect drink of choice for all, even unwitting supremacists, since the dairy...
What?
Here, aside from lactose-tolerant white supremacists, cow's milk really is the perfect drink of choice for all, even unwitting supremacists, since the dairy industry inflicts extreme violence on other living beings. PETA is trying to wake people up to the implications of choosing this white beverage and suggesting that they choose something else pronto. You are current...
What? 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 Oh, what's it like to be blind and have a migraine? That's a good question. I get, I can feel my heart beat in my head. Sound, like I'm very sensitive to sound. And if my migraine is bad enough, because I still have prosthetic eyes, right? So the muscles around my eyes will twitch. Like the muscles around in my eye sockets will actually start twitching. So it sucks. Dread Darkwater 77 says the left owns itself far more often than the right ever could. Yeah, it really does, because it just vomits out this insanity.
Frame. Aside from lactose, heading level 2, control over their bodies. Rape is perhaps the single most heinous crime involving both power and violence, but it's standard procedure in the dairy industry. Like all mammals, cows produce milk only during and after pregnancy, so roughly every 9 months, cows on dairy farms are forcibly impregnated so that their milk production will continue. They're restrained on what the farmers themselves call rape racks while insemination instruments are shoved into their vaginas. You are currently...
The farmers call them rape racks, do they? Do they really? They call themselves, the farmers call them rape racks, do they? I wish I had freaking, Pincala's family's of beef farming, but they don't do dairy. But I wish I had a dairy farmer here, because then I could ask them, do you guys really call them rape racks? Because I really doubt that. I have a feeling that's what you call them, PETA. Just a shot in the dark here.
Frame. Their babies are taken away immediately after birth, and the mothers are re-impregnated as soon as possible. Male calves typically end up chained inside crates so that their flesh becomes diseased for the veal industry, while female calves will eventually end up trapped in the same cycle of abuse as their mothers were.
Yes, all the male calves end up chained in crates for the veal industry, because bulls aren't a thing that happen. These idiots have never stepped foot on a dairy farm in their lives. No, I would say not. I really would say not.
These cows have no choice about what's done to them. Their horns are burned or gouged out of their heads. Part of their tails may be cut off, and holes are punched through their ears. Suffering inside crammed, filthy enclosures. They're forced to produce nearly 10 times as much milk as they would naturally. You are current.
Where is all of this coming? If this was like, what the fuck? First of all, cows don't have a choice. They're not sentient. I'm sorry, PETA, but they're not. Not all farms, you angry noises. Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? They start out by saying that this is for supremacy purposes, but now they're making a rape argument and suggesting that all supremacists are rapists. This is what I'm picking up. Sure they do. That's a thing now. It says so on the internet. Yeah. Fun fact, the word bummer came from the male dairy cows that they would put out to pasture to die. That's big farm, and I don't like big farm. Yeah. I'm not saying that all big, like I'm not saying that there aren't farms that have, less than what's the word I'm looking for? Less than good practices. But to say that it's all farms and to say that farmers don't care for the animals that they're farming is kind of silly, because why else would they farm? Like those animals aren't cheap. Hi, fuckwad. I love that name. Lactose intolerance is bigotry. Yes. These cows would be wholesale slaughtered without dairy farms. Without dairy farms, there wouldn't be any need for these cows. Yeah. That's hate speech. Yeah. Cows taste good. They do. So do pigs. You are oppressing lactose intolerant people.
Twitter tweet. Some people might be surprised to learn that cows used by the dairy industry are slaughtered after about 5 years because their bodies are so spent from being kept constantly pregnant. At the slaughterhouse, their throats are slit while they're still conscious and some are skinned or dismembered while still alive. You are current.
Okay, have you been watching the Simpsons episode? I don't care for factory meat farming either, but until we have better options, I can endure their existence to feed the masses. Yeah. Meat is tasty, yes. Most dairy farmers send bull semen to a Most bull farmers send their bull semen to a facility to sort it out from male sperm and female sperm. That's hilarious. Got a deer hanging in my garage right now. Can't wait to carve up some steaks. Ooh, venison. Venison is yummy.
Heading level 2. Control over your mind. It's not natural for people to drink cow's milk, which is meant for newborn calves. Humans are the only animals who drink the milk of another species and who drink milk beyond infancy.
Okay. Human beings are also the only species that cooks their food. Should we stop cooking our food? Humans are also the only animals. Female sperm. Yeah. Farms are interesting. They are. But seriously, like, should humans stop cooking their food and wearing clothes and going to work and what else? Producing everything that we produce because we're the only animals that do that? What kind of bullshit argument is that? Seriously, what kind of bullshit argument is that? Not even remotely true, PETA. Yeah, I know, right? I love a good rabbit stew. I haven't had rabbit yet. That's because humans have evolved to drink milk, or are you a science denier? I've had, why is Pencalo calling me? Hold on, guys, sorry. Hey, I'm in the middle of my stream. So, I love you. Humans are the only animals that practice medicine too. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I actually got in an argument with a vegan once because I said humans aren't evolved to eat nothing but, or to not eat meat. Look at our teeth. And the vegan looked me dead in the face and went, "That's an evolutionary mistake." And I'm like, what the fuck? Fuck you and your evolutionary mistake. My family loves meat. My mom can't stand meat texture but cooks it fine. When I was pregnant with my first son, red meat really made me sick. I don't know why. Like ground beef or steak or anything like that just made me sick. But I'm over it now. My wife won't eat anything that's still on the bone. So no chicken wings, or does she fall for the chicken tendies? Humans are the only ones to land on the moon. This is true.
The dairy industry spends millions funding misleading ad campaigns that urge people to drink cow's milk, when medical studies show that dairy products are a health hazard, unlike soy or almond milk. For instance, cow's milk contains no fiber or complex carbohydrates and is full of saturated animal fat and cholesterol. Consuming dairy products is also linked to developing heart disease as well as prostate, breast, and ovarian cancer.
Animal fat is good for you, you fucktard. We need animal fat for our fucking brains to work. It's called we have a key enzyme in our brains that eating meat, because we are fucking predators, we are omnivorous, we need the meat. Tendies only, huh? Oh. But we need the fucking meat. We need the protein from animal fat. Animal fat is not bad for you. You crazy, crazy fucking... You know what? I love animals too. I love my cat. I love dogs. I also like eating animals like cows and pigs. That doesn't mean I'm a terrible person. It means I'm a fucking human.
Heading level 2. Might doesn't make right. You are current.
What?
The heading level 2. H. E. A.
Is that a...
H. D. O. T. H. G. I. M.
Might?
Heading level 2. Might doesn't make right.
Might doesn't make right. That's the heading for the next scene in this. For this, and there it is. They want you to intake the soy. Yep.
Before you pour a glass of the white stuff, please remember that it isn't the right stuff. You are...
Says who?
If you feel that all life should be free of violent control, choose soy, almond, rice, cashew, or coconut milk the next time that you go shopping or order coffee. With so many different types of cruelty-free, delicious milks on the market, opposing supremacists has never been easier.
Opposing supremacists have never been easier. You weren't talking about supremacy you stopped talking about supremacy in the first fucking paragraph. And now you're back onto fucking supremacy again? I like fur, leather, and meat. I love leather. Leather is awesome. Human supremacists, perhaps.
Link. I want a free vegan starter kit.
I want a free vegan starter kit. There's a link here.
Link. Image. Facebook. Link.
That's at the end of this blog post. There's a thing that says, I want a free vegan starter kit. I'm almost curious to click on the link and see what's in the vegan starter kit, but I'm not going to. I'm not quite that curious. Let's just say that. But yes, if you drink milk, you're a supremacist and a rapist. What a bunch of raving psychopaths. Yeah, I agree. They need to eat more meat. Get that protein and that enzyme back in their brain. Not fair. World cycling bronze medalist cries foul after transgender cyclist wins gold. Transgender woman wins gold. Come on, Fox, load the page. There we go.
Currently on it. Heading level 1. Not fair. World cycling bronze medalist cries foul after transgender woman wins gold. Caleb Park. Image. By. Link. Caleb Park. Link. Vertical line Fox News. Link. Frame. Heading level 4. Link. Transsexual cyclist sparks controversy after winning gold. After a transsexual woman won gold in a cycling competition.
Is she transgender or transsexual?
After a transsexual woman won gold in a cycling competition, the women who won bronze objected, sparking a heated debate. The American bronze medalist who lost a world championship cycling race to a transgender woman from Canada has criticized the results as unfair.
It is unfair.
First transgender woman world champion ever, Rachel McKinnon, an assistant professor of philosophy at the College of Charleston in South Carolina, bragged Sunday in a tweet that set off a massive debate. After Rachel McKinnon bragged about being the first transgender woman world champion, the third-place finisher in the cycling event claimed it wasn't fair. Image. You are...
See, I don't know if I like the wording Fox News is putting up here. Transgender or tranny? Yeah, they've kind of messed up here. We need men's sports, women's sports, and other. See, oh, I will answer you later, Mom. My mother is asking me what boots my son, wore today. Um, but yeah, Fox News is using the words bragged here, and of course you're gonna brag. You won. Yeah, of course you're gonna celebrate. That's kind of I don't like the spin that they've kind of put on this. That the transgender person was there to beat the women on, like, I don't know. Other, there is no other.
After Rachel McKinnon bragged about being the first transgender, McKinnon gave a talk at the College of Charleston earlier this year asking, is it fair for trans women athletes to compete in women's categories? You are
No.
currently on a tech.
It's not.
While McKinnon argues it is, given the rules and regulations adopted by the International Olympic Committee, IOC, and the Court of Arbitration for Sport, CAS, the bronze medalist felt another way at the finish of the World Championships. It's definitely not fair, Jennifer Wagner, the third-place finisher from Houston, said in response to a tweet from British conservative Katie Hopkins. You Twitter tweet, frame. It's dead Twitter. Hopkins tweeted an image of the three cyclists on the podium with this caption, for clarity, this was the Women's World Championships. I repeat, women's. Congratulations to the brave faces of silver and bronze. The world is gripped by a febrile madness. You are Caroline van Derry Kuizen, the silver medalist representing the Netherlands and a friend of McKinnon, disagreed. No one is a transgender to steal anyone's medal, van Derry Kuizen wrote. We had an honest race under UC rules. If you compete, you accept the rules. Otherwise, don't compete. I can only imagine what she had to go through in her life to be where she is now, how hard it is to fit in. You are current.
You're not. Milk is racist now, and it's apparently fair for somebody to transition and go in that sport. Like, you're still going to have the body strength of a man. You're still going to have the bone structure of a man and the build of a man. Your hormones aren't going to change that. Why have women's sports if men are allowed to compete? Well, see, technically, I don't know. That's a hard one because you're transitioning from man to woman or woman to man, and you want to participate in the sport of the gender that you have transitioned to. And I get that, but let's just desegregate and watch men and women everything because gender is a social construct. You know what? I'm surprised that that hasn't been pushed for more by the left.
Wagner snapped back. Just because it's a current UC rule doesn't mean it's fair or right, and rules can be changed.
She's not wrong.
4 days later, after a firestorm of controversy, Wagner apologized to McKinnon, adding that she will work to get the rules changed offline to avoid more controversy. Frame. After having some time to reflect, I realized my Twitter comments earlier this week unintentionally fanned the flames on a controversial situation, and that I regret. Wagner wrote, I made the comments out of a feeling of frustration, but they weren't productive or positive. You are currently on it. Wagner added, while I may not agree with the rules when I pin on a number I agreed to race by then. You are, and she ended, I apologize, at Rachel McKinnon, for not properly congratulating you on race day. I hope you accepted a few days late. Congratulations and enjoy your off season. Thanks, everyone, for reading. You are.
So she walked it back. In today's society, you don't have to transition at all. Just say you do. Yeah. Society makes me sad, says Jesse. I identify as Donald Trump. That's awesome. The freaking fakes claim shit for attention. Yeah.
But McKinnon refused to accept her apology. She merely apologizes for being caught saying it publicly. She wants to ban trans women from competing. They will fail. You are
No, she doesn't want to ban trans women from competing. I think the way she's putting it says that she wants trans women to compete in men's sports. I don't know if she wants to ban trans women from competing. We haven't. I didn't read any of the tweets I didn't see anything her saying that.
Twitter tweet frame. McKinnon labeled critics as transphobic bigots and pointed out that Wagner could face sanctions for allegedly violating the USA Cycling's policy against harassment for creating hostile environments or disparaging remarks against people on the basis of gender identity.
Oh, please, you can't even say shit now without being sanctioned? No, wrong thing. Stop with the wrong thing.
As of 2015, IOC guidelines require biologically born men who identify as transgender to block certain amounts of natural testosterone, but no longer require gender reassignment surgery. McKinnon argues testing is against human rights because there is no way to measure if testosterone provides an advantage, instead pointing to civil rights.
What are you talking about? There's no evidence that testosterone provides an advantage. Are you fucking serious? Oh my God. Of course testosterone gives you an advantage. That's the male hormone. Men are stronger physically than women. I'm sorry. They have they have better upper body strength than women. That's just how it is. Women have a stronger, on average, they have a stronger lower body because they have to give birth. But there are other stories of some boys, there are other stories of some boys competing in both men and women's sports, just saying that they are trans in the off season. I can buy that. Oh no, Chadwick, not bad Wi-Fi. I hate bad Wi-Fi. My nephew hates this shit. My sister had a friend who was either gender confused or was gay. Oh, okay. We need to take Ranting Monkey's advice and smack these people with a newspaper and say no. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly.
By catering to cisgender people's views, that furthers transgender people's oppression. When it comes to extending rights to a minority population, why would we ask the majority? McKinnon told.
What?
As if by catering to cisgender people's views, that furthers transgender people's oppression. When it comes to extending rights to a minority population, why would we ask the majority? McKinnon told. You are currently on a link. USA Today. I bet a lot of white people were pissed off when we desegregated sports racially and allowed black people, but they had to deal with it.
I don't know what to say to that. I'm pretty sure that a lot of white people took part in the civil rights era and were for desegregation of sports and everything. I'm fairly certain that it wasn't, all the white people going, nah, fuck them black people. We don't want them in our sports. And like, there were some. I'm not going to say that there weren't. Wow. I would use a pimp cane to slap them, says Jesse. Yeah. I've been using my brother's box. Oh, okay. And you picked it up yesterday, so I have to wait till Friday. That sucks, Chadwick. Article broke blind press. Remove her, shut it down.
Caleb Park is an associate editor for Fox News.
Oh, and it's over. It's that article's over. What a fucking retarded thing to say. And here's an article that I actually saw on Facebook that another blind mom posted actually. And I'm going to tell you why I got in an argument with this blind woman after I read this article. What am I going to say? I hate Wi-Fi and have everything hardwired. Parents arrested after riding on moped with their 5-month-old baby in Fredericksburg. That's the headline.
Heading Level 1. Parents arrested after riding on moped with 5-month-old baby in Fredericksburg. By Tom Rossi/ABC7. By Tom Ross, Thursday, October 18, 2018. Start playback. Curtis AA button. Courtesy photo. A button. Button. Link. Fredericksburg, VA, ABC7. A man and woman have been arrested after they were spotted riding on a moped with their 5-month-old baby in Fredericksburg. Both Kane Hartwick, 26, and Athena Colon, 24, were arrested and charged with 2 counts of felony child neglect. You are currently on 46 at 830 Kane Hartwick, left, and Athena Colon Rappahannock Regional Jail. According to Spotsylvania County Sheriff's Office, deputies pulled over the moped Wednesday in the area of Lookout Terrace Apartments after receiving calls about a very young child riding as a passenger in the area of Plank Road and Salem Church Road. At that time, authorities identified Hartwick as the driver, Colon as the passenger, and the child as their 5-month-old baby. Members of the Child Victims Unit in the Department of Social Services responded to the scene to investigate the child's welfare, where the determination was made to arrest the parents. The child was taken to a local hospital to be treated for a severe rash on his upper torso.
Aww.
This is a prime example of how the community and law enforcement can work together to ensure the safety of our youth, Sheriff Harris said. A person took a photo of Hartwick and Colon riding on the moped with the baby near the WA 10626 Courthouse Road in Fredericksburg. Twitter tweet: the sheriff's office says the 5-month-old baby boy was taken into protective care. In an interview with ABC7 News late Thursday afternoon, Hartwick said the moped is his only mode of transportation. You are currently...
You can't take a bus?
He says his wife can't drive the moped for health reasons, but she had to go to a very important appointment. You
can't take a bus or walk?
Honestly, if I didn't take my child there, we would have lost our WIC, our food stamps, Hartwick said. We would not have that much food for ourselves to eat and my child wouldn't have any formula. You are currently...
You had to take your child. Okay, I thought it was your wife's appointment. So if it was your wife's appointment, why did the child need to go? Why couldn't you find someone to watch the child? Or why couldn't you take the bus and talk to the WIC people about getting bus fare back home? Poor baby, no hurting a small child, no. Bury them under the prison. Yep. I identify as a biscuit sandwich. That's awesome, Churchy. Yeah, this is... Sometimes I wish it wasn't illegal to be a serial killer, just saying. Yeah.
All I was doing was trying to do what I can as an adult to provide for my family, he explained. That thing only tops out at like 25 miles an hour. I mean, you're not going to get into a really bad accident like that.
Yes, you can!
Inside of
what if somebody hit you, you fucktard? Holy fuck. What if somebody hit you? Other vehicles can exceed 25 miles an hour, you idiot. And you guys can't see the picture because I don't have my screen shared, but fucking the parents had helmets on. Baby didn't. So they knew that they needed to wear helmets. They knew that they needed helmets. They knew they were going on the road on a fucking motorized vehicle, so let's put our helmets on. And obviously, this guy is saying that this is his only mode of transportation for a baby. Why can't you find... Oh, wait, because they don't make fucking moped helmets for babies, because babies aren't supposed to go on mopeds. That's just how it works. That guy down south had the right idea. He was going around finding pedophiles and killing them, and when the police caught him, he said, well, I would have killed more if you guys were doing your job. But yeah, seriously, you guys are lucky that somebody, especially in today's age where nobody's paying the fuck attention, somebody in their car who can exceed 25 miles an hour didn't crash into you and kill you, your wife, and your fucking baby. You are damn lucky.
More to explore. You
are
that's
the end of that story.
Inside of web content. To exit this web area.
And I'm going to tell you the argument I got in with the blind lady who posted that. Anyone else besides myself think the movie Idiocracy is no longer a comedy and more of a documentary? Yeah. So I got in an argument with this blind lady who posted the article because she said that Family and Children's Services shouldn't have taken the baby. They should have given the parents parenting classes and given them like help with their finances and stuff. That's not FNCS's job to give them help with their finances. That's why they're going to WIC. And I'm pretty sure I don't know the whole workings of WIC because I'm not an American, but here in Canada, if you're on welfare and you got to get to your appointment and you show up to your appointment, you can ask them for bus tickets. And I'm pretty sure that WIC has something similar. So they could have held their baby and walked, or they could have held their baby and taken him on the bus. There are a lot of options. And this blind lady, she and her husband are both blind. So when I pointed out that they could have walked or they could have bused, she came back at me with, well, some people would have said that having a sighted husband who can drive them everywhere is a shitty excuse for not learning how to get somewhere. Because, that's what we were talking about. I have been broke before with no vehicle. There are many ways to get around without putting your children at risk. Exactly. I've had to take my kids on the bus. It sucks, but it's safe. Exactly. And she's just sitting there going, not everyone has a baby carrier. Not everyone knows that you can use them under 30 pounds. Not everyone, she was just, we have that for disabled and welfare folks, says Jessie. Yeah. Yeah. There are many ways that they could have gotten that. There are many ways he could have gotten his wife and his baby to the WIC appointment besides driving the moped. And I think he knows that. But this blind lady was just like, she was trying to take shots at me because I have a sighted husband who can drive me places. But I still freaking learn how to get to places. Like, just because Pincalo can drive to the grocery store doesn't mean that I shouldn't learn how to get to the grocery store on my own. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with a child on the back of a fucking moped? Like, that was completely out of line and completely, complete straw man, complete bullshit argument. Fredericksburg, Virginia, Chadwick. They were in Fredericksburg, Virginia. So I'm pretty damn sure Fredericksburg has buses. Use a cab service. Even if you can't use a cab service, fucking bite the bullet, leave for your appointment a few hours earlier and walk. And then ask the WIC people if they've got bus fare or something for you. Like, it sucks when you don't have a good transportation for your kids, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And jumping on your moped is not one of those things that you gotta do. I had to reschedule a WIC appointment today because I have no gas and there's no buses. And it's 10 miles away. See, you rescheduled it. Even without public transportation, the WIC offices can make home appointments. Like Chadwick, you rescheduled it. You didn't attempt to like go to your WIC appointment in the most dangerous way possible. Like, I see what you're getting at. And Pinkalo and I had to do that too. Like, luckily we didn't have kids. But we had to go down to the welfare office a couple of times, and we didn't have, like, I was able to get on the bus for free because of my disability, but Pinkalo wasn't, so we walked. Was it a long ass fucking walk? Yeah. But we got bus fare on the way home from the welfare office. Medicaid covers my cab services. That's cool. Oh, not all WIC offices do that. The WIC office I go to only has 2 people in the office. That sucks. That really sucks. So that's the story that was. Let's see what other stories I have here. We'll do one more story, guys. Yeah, Chadwick, your onus is on you. You made the right decision. Yeah. Migrant caravan halted after storming Guatemala-Mexico border. This was from Saturday, so October 20th.
Honduran migrants taking part in a caravan heading to the U.S. arrive at a border crossing point with Mexico in Ciudad Tecanuman, Guatemala on October 19, 2018. AFP photo/Orlando visited. Link 1/5 heading level 1. Honduran migrants taking part in a caravan heading to the U.S. arrive at a border crossing point with Mexico in Ciudad Tecanuman, Guatemala on October 19, 2018. Honduran migrants taking part in a caravan heading to the Ciudad Hidalgo, Mexico. AFP. Thousands. The caravan of mainly Ciudad Hidalgo, Mexico. AFP. Thousands of migrants who forced their way through Guatemala's northwestern border and flooded onto a bridge leading to Mexico, where riot police battled them back. On Saturday, waited at the border in the hope of continuing their journey to the United States. The caravan of mainly Honduran migrants, whose journey has triggered escalating anti-immigrant rhetoric from U.S. President Donald Trump, on Friday surged through a series of police lines and barricades up to the final fence on Mexico's southern border.
He's not anti-immigrant. He's anti-invasion force. What the fuck? What the? Thousands of them are coming. I think Trump has a right to be like, whoa, no, not okay, without him being an anti-immigrant.
There, at the far end of the bridge over the Suchiat River, which forms the western part of the Mexico-Guatemala border, they hurled rocks and other objects at hundreds of riot police, who responded with rubber bullets and tear gas.
Oh, yeah, because that's what a group of peaceful people who are trying to come to a new country do. They throw rocks and shit at the riot police. Yes, that's very peaceful. That's very, very peaceful. Yeah, everyone's butthurt. Chadwick says everyone's butthurt about the Guatemala-Mexico border thing. Everyone's butthurt about it, but they don't realize Mexico has stricter immigration laws than the United States. They do. And they have a fucking wall on their southern border. Dread Darkwater says FFS, build the wall already. Yeah.
Multiple migrants, federal police and journalists were wounded.
Well, then stop throwing rocks and making the police have to answer you with bullets and fucking pepper spray.
We're running away from violence, and we arrive here and they just hit us more. Sobbed 28-year-old Marta Ornelas Casers, who was nursing her baby, but had lost her other 2 children, aged 10 and 15, in the turmoil. You are
throwing rocks at the riot police. You are trying people who say that refugees and migrants can't return home because of the conditions clearly haven't seen most of the pictures of the German and Japanese cities after World War II. Exactly. He's anti-illegal immigrant like most of us, says Straight Sith Male. Yeah. Can we move the border to Wisconsin? Or put Wisconsin to the border. Yeah. Freeze them out. Send them to Wisconsin.
I don't know what happened. I thought we were going to cross peacefully and then suddenly there were rocks flying and tear gas. She told AFP. You thought
you were going to be crossing peacefully. There are 4,000 of you. And you guys just thought you were going to be able to walk peacefully across 2 fucking countries and into the United States? What? Can I have what you're smoking? Maybe it'll help my headache. Build a wall 100 yards back and fill the space with minefields. Plus acid pits, says Jesse.
We haven't eaten. The soldiers just sent us some water. Marina Alvarado, 48, said. You are currently on it.
Would you rather have nothing?
We are imprisoned here, like animals. Please, open the door, she pleaded.
You are not in prison. Really? You're in prison? I'm pretty sure Honduras just let you leave. The only reason you feel like you're in prison is because you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing. And people are freaking telling you no. I say put the National Guard, if not the actual army, down on the border. Give them paintball guns loaded with pepper balls. And 40 millimeter grenade launchers filled with gas and bean bags. Stephen King seems to think they're just hungry and scared. Well, I don't know what Stephen King's issue is, other than him being insane.
Mexican authorities insisted the undocumented migrants would have to file asylum claims one at a time in order to enter the country. You are currently...
I don't know how you're going to do that.
They began letting them through in a trickle. First women and children, who were ushered onto trucks and taken to shelters. Mexican President Enrique Peña Nieto described the situation as unprecedented. Violent entry into the country not only threatens our sovereignty, but also puts the migrants themselves at risk, Peña Nieto said in a video published on his social media profiles. He added Mexico remains willing to support migrants who enter the country and respect its laws.
See? He's like, okay, guys, this is not a safe way to be doing this. If you guys apply properly, we'll let you in. But they're all like, no, we want in the States. You let us in, now, throw rocks. Yeah, no. That's not how that works. Stephen King is both ugly and a hypocrite and a cokehead, says Churchy.
The migrants are generally fleeing poverty and insecurity in Honduras, where powerful street gangs rule their turf with brutal violence.
So they're economic migrants. They're not refugees.
With a homicide rate of 43 per 100,000 citizens, Honduras is one of the most violent countries in the world. Chaotic scenes. We're staying here until they open this fence, said Adonai Sanchez, 36, who was traveling with his 3 nephews, aged 2, 3 and 14. Others returned to the Guatemalan side late Friday, where shelters have been providing them food and water. The scene remained tense at the final border barrier, a tall fence of white metal bars. Chanting "Yes, we can," and Mexico, Mexico. Migrants earlier climbed or tore down a series of barriers, flooding across the bridge.
Oh my God, you guys, this is not how this works. Stephen King has lived in Pennsylvania this whole life. The closest thing he's come to an immigrant is Amish. Great writer, shitty on the politics. Yep. America has violent gangs, says Jesse. Yes, they do.
The migrants could be seen passing babies overhead through the crowd, as women holding crying children by the hand or pressing their infants to their chests streamed past the broken metal barriers and onto the bridge. The migrants could be seen passing babies overhead through the crowd.
You're playing pass the potato with fucking babies? Fuck you. Using your fucking children like this. Fuck you. Children are not fucking pawns in your immigration freaking attempt. That's fucking disgusting. That makes me angry.
At the front of the caravan, one group briefly broke through the final fence before police forced them back and closed it again. Some migrants used a rope to jump off the bridge and swim across the river or hitch a ride on the many rafts that cross it regularly. Defying Trump's threats. Various caravans had been traveling by bus or on foot from Honduras, converging in recent days on the town of Tecanuman, Guatemala, near the border bridge. Authorities in Ciudad Hidalgo, on the Mexican side, were expecting around 3,000 migrants to arrive in total. Back in Honduras, hundreds marched in the capital Tegucigalpa in solidarity with their compatriots.
And they're marching in Tegucigalpa, and they're marching, and they're not getting it, like, they're not being oppressed. Are they?
On Thursday, Trump branded the migrant caravan an onslaught and an assault on our country in a series of typically fiery tweets.
It is an onslaught. If only they were riding mopeds.
He threatened to cut aid to the region, deploy the military, and close the U.S.-Mexican border if authorities did not stop them.
And he has the right to do that.
American sovereignty. In Mexico City, U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said after meeting his Mexican counterpart that migration across the two countries' border is reaching a moment of crisis and posing a challenge for American sovereignty.
He's not wrong.
Mexican Foreign Minister Luis Videgaray insisted Mexico would not cave to pressure to detain the migrants, urging the Trump administration to address the root causes of their northward flight: violent crime and poverty.
How is Trump supposed to address violent crime and poverty in Honduras? That's not his job. That's not his job at all. That's stupid.
Mexico's migration policy is for Mexico to decide, he said.
It's not. Okay, so everyone wants Trump to fix the Honduran problem to get the migrants to stop, but it's Mexico's job to decide Mexico's immigration policies? What kind of fucking hypocritic bullshit is that? Obama needs to take care of this mess. This business is the whole reason this business is his fault. Yeah.
But Mexico has also been keen to show Trump it is working to slow the stream of migrants. The Republican billionaire has made curbing undocumented immigration a keystone of his presidency.
Because it's out of control. He's allowed to, oh my God. He is allowed to make things that are an issue in his country a fucking keystone of his fucking election platform. That is how politics works. Oh, author of this article. They need to wipe everything Obama did and start over like it never happened. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think that you're able to do that, unfortunately.
Barely a week goes by without him warning about the danger posed by ultra-violent Central American gangs like MS-13, while chants of build a wall are a staple of his campaign rallies ahead of next month's U.S. midterm elections.
Well, has MS-13 not been proven to be violent and fucking insane? I may not agree with all Trump does, but he's trying to obey, he's trying to repair the Obama's administration. Yeah, a real illegal alien invasion. Yes.
Reactions group. You 587 reactions. But
Oh, there's reaction. Okay, that's the end of that story. But seriously, like this is crazy. You can't expect to just come into somebody's country. Oh, removing the Obama mess is a major win. Yeah, it really is. But like seriously, this is craziness that people are expecting that they can just come through a country's border like that. Like no. That's not how that works. Why in the world are we worried about what Mexico does with their border? We need to be worried about what we do for our border. Yeah, we do. Honestly, I wouldn't be one bit mad at Mexico if they gathered up the cartel and put them all at the border and made sure nobody crossed. Yeah. Yeah. Like, does it suck that Honduras is rife with violence? Yes. Is it every other country's job to take in people who don't want to apply and go through the proper channels? No. That's not how that works. That's just craziness. And on that note, my friends, I'm going to end it here. Thankfully, my headache isn't coming. Well, it's around, but it's not as bad as it was. But I'm going to end here. That problem is that that train is headed for our border if Mexico lets them through. Yeah. It's weird thinking that Mexico has better border control than the US does. Yeah, it is kind of weird. Thanks, Nico. Yeah, that was a weird thing. But thanks for coming and hanging out with me, guys, even though it's later than usual. Like I said, remember if you follow me on Twitter and you find a story that you want me to cover, send it to #BlindPressReads. There's also a lot of stuff on the Discord server from Gunfox that I will be covering tomorrow. And I hope I will be feeling better tomorrow and we'll be back to the normal time at 10 o'clock. And thank you all for the well wishes. I'm going to, like you said, try a cool cloth and stuff. That should help. But yeah, thanks so much for coming and watching, even though it was later than usual. And we'll hope to see you guys tomorrow at 10. And thank you for coming and watching. Remember to like and share the stream. There is going to be a new Streamlabs goal set up by Sunday. So keep an eye out for that. Thank you again, everyone, for your donations. This chair that I have is so fucking awesome for my back. I love it. It's great. Thank you guys so much. And we will see you guys tomorrow at 10 o'clock Eastern in the morning. Have a great day, guys, and stay safe.